you just put down your pre-emergent. Good job. You're probably ahead of the majority of your neighbors. But what do you do now? How do you build upon what you just did? And how do you avoid any potential mistakes? Well, on today's episode, we're going to be talking about just that. All right, you just got your pre-emergent down. So you put down that nice barrier in the soil to stop all the crabgrass from popping up. But remember, these pre-emergents are not killing your weeds. They're basically just a force field down in the soil. And when those weeds start to try to germinate, they're hitting that force field and dying back down, never having a chance to reemerge. So how do you go about giving that force field the best possible chance to get rid of the majority of the weeds that are going to be trying to germinate in the next few months? Well, first things first, you want to make sure that you're watering in your pre-emergent. Soon after your pre-emergent app, you are going to want to water it in, even if you used a liquid product. To be able to activate properly, both prodiamine and dimension need to be watered in. Shoot for within 24 hours, but at least within a week. Both products will need to be watered in by about ½ inch of precipitation. Now, if the pre-emergent you applied had a fertilizer in it, which most likely it did, then your grass is going to start growing here pretty soon. It is going to be time to start mowing. Once it has been watered in, the nitrogen in the fertilizer will start to do its work, and that grass will start growing. Even if you simply applied a pre-emergent, the grass will be needing a mow sooner rather than later. First off, make sure not to cut too short. The best rule of thumb is to not cut off more than 1/3 of the grass plant at a time, and to keep it at the optimal height. For the most common bluegrass, fescues, and ryegrasses you will find in your cool season lawns, that height is 3 inches. This will keep your lawn looking healthy and lush all year long. One of the big things with starting to mow your lawn in the spring is make sure you sharpen your blades. A sharp blade is going to cut through that grass instead of ripping it. If you rip at that grass blade with dull blades, you're going to open up the grass to a lot of potential diseases and other stressors that might make your lawn start looking like you didn't do anything at all. You have gone through all the work and the investment to put down this great force field to stop your crabgrass. So we don't want to break that force field. We want it to stay intact and as strong for as long as it possibly can. If you want to perform an aeration, make sure to do it before your pre-emergent app, or wait until the fall, which is the best time to do an aeration anyways. If you do want to dethatch your lawn, then I would recommend to do it before your application of pre-emergent, or best to do it in the fall. As I showed in a previous episode, raking your lawn should be done early in the spring, weeks before you put down your pre-emergent. That pre-emergent layer is only about ½ inch in the soil, so any of these actions will definitely affect it. Now, if you chose to put down a pre-emergent product that did not have any kind of fertilizer in it, then it's probably about time to start thinking about fertilizing your lawn. I would always recommend putting down a fertilizer that has some slow release, and I would lean towards one with a lower nitrogen level. I say this because you don't want to have a ton of top flush growth that will push nutrients and resources away from the roots and have you chasing mowing all spring long. Our cool season grasses really thrive in the spring and do not need a lot of help to create upgrowth. I would aim for putting down about ½ pound of nitrogen per 1,000 square foot and try to have some of that in a slow release form. If you're concerned about your lawn not greening up as quickly as your neighbors, then look for a fertilizer bag that has some iron in it. Now remember, a lot of your spring weeds probably already germinated before you put down this pre-emergent, so that is not going to stop them. Or maybe the pre-emergent just doesn't go after the type of weeds that you're dealing with. So you might start seeing some breakthrough of your classic spring broadleaf weeds. So you're going to want to get yourself some herbicide and take care of those. If you are mainly fighting dandelions in the spring, then you do not need a premium herbicide. Dandelions are a bit easier to control, so many of your simple herbicides will do the trick. or you can always just pull them out. If you are battling some of those pesky perennial weeds like clover, wild violet, or ground ivy, then I would highly recommend a premium herbicide that has 4 actives inside of it. Some of the best herbicides out there for those hard to control weeds are T-Zone or Speed Zone. Pulling these types of weeds will definitely not work long term. And also remember, your pre-emergent stops your crabgrass, but it's also going to stop any kind of grass seed that you want to grow. So if you've got dead spots like this in your lawn and you still want to get some seed to grow, don't worry, there is a fix for that, even if you put down the pre-emergent. To successfully seed bare spots after you have put down your pre-emergent, you need to not have the seed come in contact with that barrier. First, use a rake or a shovel to break up the herbicide barrier. Then, add 1 to 2 inches of topsoil. Next, spread your seed and mix it into the new soil. Then, put down some starter fertilizer with phosphorus in it, and some water retention mulch or straw. Make sure to water every day until the majority of the seed comes up. If you follow these steps, your seed should come in just fine, even if you've had a pre-emergent already put down. And last but not least, you got the lawn taken care of on your pre-emergent, but don't forget to do your landscape beds as well. You got to get that pre-emergent down at the same time as your lawn pre-emergent, maybe even a little bit earlier, to try to stop a lot of those landscape bed weeds from popping through and save yourself a ton of time come summertime. If you want to have effective landscape bed weed prevention, I would steer clear of preen. It is very popular, but you do need to put down quite a bit of it to have effective weed control. I would recommend an application of one of the following. First, Treflon FG, which is actually the same active as preen, it's just a much stronger concentration. Or you could go with Snapshot or Crew. All of these products need to be watered in. Treflon needs to be watered in within 24 hours. Snapshot needs to be watered in within 3 days. And Crew can go as long as 21 days and still be effective. All of these options can be applied right over the top of your plants. Just make sure to read the label to see which plants each product is not compatible with. And there you go. You follow those steps and you will give your pre-emergent the best chance that it's going to stop as much crabgrass as possible. And your lawn's going to start looking fantastic and set you up in a great position for the coming year. If you are looking for more lawn care tips, this is Tommy's Turf Talks. I'm pulling for you.